mighty real. You make me feel mighty real. What's up, Storm? What's going on, baby? What's going on, Storm Monroe? Sweets Monroe, what's going on, man? I wasn't going to talk about you no more. I wasn't going to talk about you no more, I swear to God. Let me fix this camera. I really wasn't going to talk about this guy no more. Wait till a couple people get in here while I start talking. Light my cigarette real quick. Talk to y'all about some things that I saw that my homegirl brought to my attention. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the volume right and everything like that, because y'all got to hear all this. Y'all got to hear all this. So I'm going to wait for some people to come in. We're going to start talking. We're going to get to the bottom of a whole bunch of shit. Like I said, wait till a few people come in here and get my Kevin Samuels shit. Wait till a couple people come in here. Because this needs to be talked about. This really needs to be talked about. But, excuse me. What I'll do is, I'm going to start right here. And then I can, as everybody comes in, we'll talk a little bit more. Storm Monroe. The first time I ever talked to Storm Monroe, I want to say this right. Excuse me. The first time I talked to Storm Monroe had to be a couple months ago. And when I checked out Storm Monroe, I thought he was a cool dude. And I saw that he was into the gospel thing. You know, I got my feelings about that. So I watched this interview last night. Well, actually, I watched it this morning. My homegirl, Annette, shout out to her. She brought it to my attention. You know what I'm saying? I had a good conversation with Annette last night. 2.5 hours. We didn't even realize that much time was going by. Just talking. You know what I'm saying? No funny style, just talking. Storm Monroe decided that he was going to interview BLACKROB's alleged cousin, whatever. And I imagine just like a lot of other BLACKROB's family, even though I know people on Wagner, shout out to my boy Eric, shout out to J-Dubs, shout out to K-Lo, you know what I'm saying? All people I know over in Wagner, which is BLACKROB's projects, they knew Rob, had been around Rob. I sent that shit to J-Dubs this morning. J-Dubs said he ain't never seen you in his motherfucking life. That don't mean that you ain't his cousin. He just said, I ain't never seen you. Well, Krystal, let me talk to you, baby girl. The reason Cal, who was BLACKROB's manager, the reason Cal and all them left you for dead is because you talk too much, which is typical. But let me tell you, baby girl, let me tell you where you're messing up at. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, y'all head over to Storm Monroe's page and y'all watch that long-ass interview that was really worth only 20 minutes, and they try to extend it to an hour. Baby girl, if your cousin was alive right now, okay, he would tell you, stop talking to blogs. Now, in the interview, this girl states the obvious stuff. Mark Curry wrote a book. Why was Mark Curry at the... Well, she said a whole bunch of things that just weren't true. Or either she was taken from a YouTube video here and there and trying to compile together and make it make sense. And she kept referencing things like, look what this one said, and look what this one said, and even he said this, and I said, baby girl, you got that off YouTube. You ain't get that off experience. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't get that off experience. You got that off of YouTube. Then she started talking that dumb Illuminati shit. Talking about BR told her don't come to no parties because this party ain't for you. We'd have been to parties. We've been out of state with BLACKROB. Ain't nobody. I told my homegirl the same thing last night. I was like, ain't no Illuminati shit going on like that. Let me tell y'all something about this Illuminati shit, right? Well, I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing. I'm gonna leave y'all to your own guesses. You know why the Illuminati theory is so popular and so easy to get past on people? Y'all want to know why? Here's your big moment. Y'all all want to know this shit, right? Yeah, here's your big moment. The reason, if y'all never thought about it, maybe the whole myth of the Illuminati, or what y'all perceive that goes on, and I'm not saying that, you know, stuff like Harvey Weinstein doesn't go on. Yes, it goes on. I'm not saying stuff like, you know, numerous other people, but those are small potatoes and isolated incidents compared to what you may consider some branded assembly of men who purposely go to just molest children and, you know, silly shit like that. It doesn't happen like that. I can assure you it doesn't happen like that. So, you know, these individuals that do that shit, they should be banished. They should be, you know, you touch a kid or you mess with some young girls or whatever, or take advantage of your position, you know, saying like you, in the case of Harvey Weinstein, he was a movie director. So he took his position as being a movie director and used that over on getting over on women. Yes, there are men of influence that do this. Most of the time, these men of influence, and I'm not trying to say that Puff is out without fault either. That would be wrong to say. But the degree of which y'all look at it, that's not what it is. See, the power in that whole Illuminati tribe is basically y'all are the facilitators that keep the fear going on. If it wasn't for the general public, the idea of the Illuminati and the strength that it has on people would have been going a long time ago. The power was within you motherfuckers. See, it's more and more y'all talk about it, make videos about it, conspiracy theories. Everybody acts like they're expert on the music industry. Y'all motherfuckers ain't never been in the music industry. And I have to say the same thing about Krystal. Krystal, your cousin was in the music industry. BLACKROB, you wasn't. All right, and that's respectful. And if your cousin was here right now, he would be telling you, baby girl, why the fuck are you on motherfucking what's the name online talking to me? It's the first thing he would have told you. Just like you claim, he said, yo, don't go to this party, this ain't for you. Well, that online shit ain't for you. And I think Calendar was actually doing you a favor because they know how loose mouth you are. Like, y'all, shorty, I could already tell that you ain't know what you was doing because you was on the phone, and instead of saying with STORMMONROE, and instead of saying, you know, not too far from me on 135th Street, or, you know, not too far from me on this front, you was calling it out like this nigga Storm was in New York and he was from New York. Storm is not from New York. Storm is in Atlanta. Storm might have walked through New York a couple of times. Last time I checked, he was in Atlanta. I don't know where he is now. STORMMONROE, for all stakes and purposes, you're getting yourself into a lot of trouble, buddy. You barking up the wrong fucking tree that you ain't got enough money to fight. Definitely ain't got enough motherfucking influence to fight. Because trust me, all the people you think you interviewing or segue to start. Storm tried to interview me, and then the bitch ass nigga made a video and then turned around and lied about it and said, I ain't offering nobody no money, nigga. You sent me some dollars. I ain't gotta talk about the dollar amount, but you sent me some dollars and I sent the money right back to you and I made a video of it, and you made a video of it trying to cover your ass. So at that point right there, I said, oh, this is suck ass nigga. This is sucking. Sucking niggas do shit like that. Real niggas stand. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't care how little you think I am or what you think of me, nigga. I guarantee you what you think and what's reality is two different motherfucking things. Huh? So, I ain't trying to play tough guy, but I already got STORMMONROE wrapped out again. You know what I'm saying? Tussy. You understand what I'm saying? For the stake of not, you know what I mean? Letting that thing go off. Tussy. You understand? You came to Harlem and niggas do what you did, niggas would beat the brakes off you. Let's keep it a buck. That ain't a threat, that's just a promise how it would be. If motherfuckers knew you was one of them gossip motherfuckers, it'd be a segment of niggas and they'd be like, yo, why this nigga around? He got camera on him? Like, Motherfuckers, certain people be watching. Storm Monroe, you put yourself in a bad situation. So let me talk about some things in this video. First of all, Shorty said foremost, and that's why I put that video up under. Shout out to Prophet Muscle. That's my man. If you go over there and holler at Prophet Muscle, he gonna tell you he know me. You know what I'm saying? Me and Prophet Muscle had talked. Me and Prophet Muscle had static at first. Because niggas call me Young MC. I'm not Young MC, no. That's my man. I like this guy. I fucking like him. And to this day, me and Prophet Muscle still follow each other as far as I know. I've been talking to him in about a good 2 months, maybe 3. But that was because we both busy, you know? I never had no static with him using Revolt TV products as, or clips or whatever to put on his page. I have no problem with him putting things from Bad Boy Entertainment or whatever. And the reason I don't have a problem with it is because when a nigga push shit up there, he keeps it 100. See, Prophet Muscle could walk through Harlem, not because he big or anything like that. Niggas got guns. You big. What are you talking about? You gonna fight everybody? You know what I mean? It ain't about big. Nah. Prophet Muscle could be a big dude and be a sucker, but he's not. Prophet Muscle is one of them real, in my opinion, Las Vegas, West Coast, real dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I hope I get the opportunity, to link up with him soon here in the future, now that every day is getting better. But when she tried to diss him in the video, I really had a problem with that. Because it was like and right then and there, you gave me the red alert that you were intentionally doing what you were doing at that moment. You were intentionally trying to defraud and give information that wasn't true. And whereby this, I mean this. I put up a video clip and I combined the video clips together and they're right under this video. So if y'all want to hop off real quick, go look at it and then come back, y'all may. But I put 2 clips on there because she said 2 things that were untrue. One, she said, that Puff didn't show up at the motherfucking funeral. That's not true. Puff did show up at the funeral. And just like I told y'all niggas before, and the reason I knew he was out there was because of Prophet Muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I still talk to my friends, and I just talked to one of my friends in the industry this morning because I wanted to ask him, yo, do you mind if I do this on my channel? You know what I'm saying? So, Puff is not only sitting outside. I think that was Jamila outside. But Jamila, what's going on? I ain't seen you in years, mommy. But I know that was you. I can tell by the way you were standing. Hello, Davin. You looking well. You keep going, Davin. You are truly being strong and positive content. Fact sheet. Thank you, Anto. I appreciate that. And if y'all want to donate anything, Stringer Bell 80 on Cash App, $STRINGERBELL 80. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want this industry shit, I'm giving it to y'all. No Chuck. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're offended by me screaming out my birthday tomorrow, nigga, fuck you if you offended. This is the thing. She said that Puff wasn't there. But Puff went live outside. Okay? Puff went live outside on his Instagram. You go check it out. It's still up there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on, Tanya? So Puff went live. Hey, salute. Puff went live. And so there's a documentary there that he was there. What Puff knew is the same thing I knew. And I just said that rebuttaling, and this is before I knew this. You understand what I'm saying? That he this was the reason behind. But like I said, we were taught by this man. My presence being there may have been disruptive to the services. You understand what I'm saying? Gene Deals knew the same thing. His presence there made this disruptive to the service. Puff knew the same thing. I knew the same thing. All of us may have been disruptive to the actual funeral services with our presence being there in whatever facility and the different measurements, but all inclusive of Bad Boy Entertainment. That makes sense? So to avoid all that, I made my visit inconspicuous. I'm not gonna go into detail how I did it, what I did, or whatever. And I said in the video, the very first video that was on my other channel, since the motherfucker claimed they were paying so much attention on Gene Deal's page, Motherfucker, I said from the get-go, I ain't signed the book. You ain't pay attention to that, did you? Now, Krystal brings up the same book today, but she says it in a different way. She said Gene Dean signed the book and he came there at 7:30 in the morning. Because Gene Dill got over 100,000 views on a regular basis. It would have been disruptive to the service. I'm at 10,000 views, which I'll have about in a couple of days. I'm at 10,000 views from 1 million views. You understand what I'm saying? My strongest video got something like 450,000 views on it now. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't do this throwing up multiple videos. Throwing up a few videos. I did this, multiple videos. So I talk about shit like this. Gene Dill knew as well as I did, as well as Puff did, from us being at the label, this is the way we do things. Y'all don't understand it because y'all never been in the music industry. Y'all think y'all know who we are by watching these motherfuckers. What's their morning? What's going on? Hey, Keisha. Hey, Star. You think you know us by watching these motherfucking documentary videos, and these loose rappers that had one contract, was around for like 2 or 3 years. They try to give you some insight so they can keep their self going with their brand and tell you a whole bunch of bullshit ass lies. Them motherfuckers, them ex-artists niggas, you gotta watch them niggas. Because I'm gonna tell you why. There's a lot of them you can't believe, but believe the ones with longevity, like a Jaguar Wright. You know what I mean? Because motherfuckers have been around long enough to witness certain things. When you first get into the industry, motherfuckers is not just throwing everything on the plate at you like, hey, this is everything. Now, you got to work your way up to that. Trust me, if anybody know, after 17 years, I know that. You got to work your way up to be around certain situations. Your reputation has got to flourish a certain type of way. Your word as a person has got to be moved a certain way or whatever. If it's not fucking with you. I don't care who managed him. I don't care who he signed to. We can't come up in here. See what I'm saying? So the funny thing about it is this. When you look from that perspective, and Shorty, she's saying, oh, Gene Dill, you came there at 7:30 in the morning. Well, what time were you there? And were you outside the whole time? Because Puff was outside. Not only was Puff outside, but there was 4 other people in that video that I know. That's June Balloon, Ask Him, Professional. That's Rome. That's my man Scrooge McBucks, Orlando. And I think that was Jamisha. That's the people you're going to see in that video that's right below this one. Okay, all 4 of them people, including especially the light-skinned fella you're going to see right there at the beginning, and I write the thing over so you know him to identify him. He was the one with the other 3 other gentlemen that did the video about me. You remember that? And it was like an hour. I think that Struggle Fest still got like 1,000 views on it. That's my business. We can joke each other. Fuck that. That was a struggle podcast, nigga. That struggle cast. Outside of that, I know all 4 of them. I've worked with them, have been on trips with them, have been all across the country with them, sharing hotels and all kinds of other shit. You know what I mean? Even down to the times when we needed motherfucking McDonald's and shit like that, running scams and all kinds of shit. I'll tell you about that one day. Point I'm getting at is this, man. Puff was there. He was there. Now, I am no way switching lanes and now saying, oh, well, Puff a good man, da-da-da. Nigga, you supposed to pay for that funeral. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to pay for that funeral. I ain't talking about morality-wise. I'm talking about versus what the streets and society looks at it. You supposed to pay for that man's funeral. You get what I'm saying? The streets been talking about you bad for a long time, Puff, and I told you it's all about perception. And you got perception when it came to winning, but you ain't do shit on PR, nigga. You terrible at PR. Always have been, in my opinion. Always been bad at PR. You good at selling a record, and you good at making these motherfuckers dance. You good at putting an album together. But as far as PR, you should have hired a PR or agent a long time ago, like or a company, because Your PR is crazy. And now, especially now that you can be loose and just pick up the phone and do it, it looks even more crazy. But I'm glad you made this video and showed that you was out there. That was important. You made this video and showed that you was out there. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's why I ain't gonna sit up here and lie on you. That I don't do. Everybody up at that office, no professional, don't lie. And I keep it a buck when it's authentic shit. You was there and you paid for the funeral, but nigga, let's not get it confused. You should have done that. And I think sometimes because you get so caught up in that street shit that you forgot how to be empathetic. And that's where you gotta go back to church. And you need to start coming to New York more often and walk around New York, because a lot of people in New York can use your help. Everybody in New York don't hate you. I know you think that, but they don't. A lot of motherfuckers just want to be like, why you ain't here? And if you like us, like you taught us, you know, I don't know how often you do come in. But I do want to say you need to come and be shown that you in New York City more often. You too, Jay-Z. You too. Y'all motherfuckers need to walk the street, because y'all don't understand how much y'all presence, merely your presence, could change the city and give the city some inspiration. So, in my opinion, and whoever's watching this, Gene, whoever fuck else, because I'm gonna tell you something Shorty said on that interview that included, I knew she had been watching my shit as well. She talked about a video about Jerome, and I just talked about Jerome the night before last, so I knew she was on my shit. So whoever you are, Krystal, you definitely somehow recently or whenever a motherfucking subscribe to me. And I'm not mad that you subscribed to me. BR was our man, you know what I'm saying, when we was around him. I wasn't around BLACKROB like that, but I am in the Woe video. I was at both sets, including the one on Bradhurst and the one at the club. 2 nights, different shoots, to be intricate about it. Rome's in the video, Black T's in the video, Orlando's in the video. I don't know if Orlando was there yet or not, but I think Orlando's in the video with us too. They never will, because they aren't allowed to make positive changes there now. See, this is shit I'm talking about right here. Thrive 99. Thrive 99, answer this question for me. Have you ever been in the music business? Answer that question. Before we go any further with your comment, I want you to answer that and type that in there. Have you ever been in the music business? And be honest. And I'm not gonna berate you if you say no. Put this right and type in there, have you ever been in the music business? Never. I'm glad you were honest. Okay, so let me tell you something, right? I've said this before, and I think you're a new name, so I want to explain this to you very well, then I'm going to get back to this STORMMONROE thing and all that shit. It is not that anybody is controlled. You get contractually binded to shit. So now you have to deliver. That's what you're missing. And that's what you don't know, and I don't blame you, because you've never been in the music business. It's what you contractually bond yourself to get certain type of perks and things like that. So if you're not familiar with this terminology, it's called language, okay? And the language is everything that's documentary within the contractual agreement, every word that's written, every date that's placed, every amount of whatever materials or whatever expenditures you had, including studio time in this case, or bottles of wine that came to the studio, whatever the fuck. All that shit is an expense. So, and you can write it all, trust me. I seen old motherfuckers do it. You write that shit off. As a result of that, let me just fix this a little bit so I'll have to look like my head cutting off and shit, right, y'all? Is that better, y'all? So as a result of that, what happens is now these same black artists or black CEOs or Latin CEOs, they came and got them deals. Yes, I'm talking about Jelly Bean Martinez and a couple other motherfuckers that you don't see no more because they done cashed out. But for them to be able to cash out, they got to do certain shit and deliver certain products. So say they sign a deal, and within the deal, you have 3 artists, and those 3 artists individually got to deliver, I don't know, 2 projects. Let's put it at a minimum, 2 projects, right? And so they have to fulfill that whole entire obligation, meaning you can't just have 3 artists, that's 6 albums. So you can't just have 3 artists, and there's only 5 albums completed. All 6 have to be completed for certain things to transact. And that's where they get bounded at, and that's where they will become a puppet. All this shit about, and I was just saying this earlier, Y'all talking about this devil worshiping shit and all that shit. That shit is a ploy. And really, most of it was started by online and conspiracy theorists. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that doesn't take away from the Harvey Weinsteins. That doesn't take away from the individuals that touch girls, touch kids, shit like that, or whatever. Nah, fuck them. Nah, it doesn't exclude them at all. Fuck them. The Joel Epsteins or whatever. And I think because you guys see that they have an attachment to certain individuals in the music industry, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. Most of the people that are doing shit like that, have you not noticed the pattern? Y'all keep missing it. That these men are always over 60-something years old. Harvey Weinstein ain't no fucking spring chicken. You get what I'm saying there? So, of course he would have to pay for some vajay. Or take it. Harvey had enough bread that he could pay for vajay. But he was one of them different type of predators that felt like he got off on the power shit of it. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to say to you this. Don't be confused by the moves that you see these guys make and think that it's a puppet doing it. I mean, somebody controlling them doing it. They are trying to fulfill their contractual obligations so they can get paid out, so they can get money for the next projects, so they can get permission to sign new artists. A lot of motherfuckers, you can't sign but nothing but like 4 or 5 artists at a time, really. That's the only thing you would want. You know, I talked to Nick Cannon one time right in front of the Def Jam building. I swear to God. I was like, yo, and you can ask him this shit. And I said, yo, Nick, man, yo, what's going on, man? I need a gig. He's like, yo, I got enough art. I got too many artists now. That's why I just came out this meeting. We laughed and he took off in his black Escalade. But that was not even, 2-3 years ago? You know what I'm saying? So it's like the contractual obligations are what bind these guys and make them look evil. Now, once they're bonded to that contract, they're gonna do whatever the fuck they can to fulfill that contract. And if it means doing some malicious, manipulate shit, they're gonna do it. You understand what I'm saying? Why you think you saw Bobby Smurda and the boys up here dancing on the motherfucking table up here at Epic Records? You know what I'm saying? Shy Money XL, I got Shy Money XL in my video, bouncing his head to my tracks in my studio session at Daddy's House Recording Studios. Right on this page. It's right on this page. Only thing you gotta do is scroll right down to the bottom. You ain't gotta go far. I'm trying to tell you guys, the demonic shit and the Illuminati shit is all a ploy to keep y'all going. See, as long as y'all keep the idea out there, the fear exists. As long as the fear exists, the conspiracy exists, the rumor exists, and there's always that barrier. You creating your own barrier. Because you're saying to yourself, okay, that's right there, so don't go across the moat. If you go across the moat, it's danger. And I know about it, and I can tell y'all about it, but I ain't going over there either. That's basically what you tell the public. Would you walk into a ceremony by yourself at any type of demonic possession or Vadu, Santeria, Shango? Would you walk into any of those type of ceremonies by your motherfucking self in the middle of the night with one candle and everybody wanted candy and you ain't got no candy? Would you do it? If Santa Claus showed up right now, he said, I want some motherfucking milk and cookies, I'm on the off season, would you be prepared? You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's not sit there and play a lot of people online, they play this version. That's why I asked a brother that. And if Santa Claus showed up right now, you didn't have milk and cookies, would you be prepared? It's like, hey, I'm on the off season. I don't know where the fuck I just came up with that, but it was funny. A lot of people, you're aiding to your own oppression once again. And that's when I'm gonna get more into talking about, and I'm glad a lot of other people like my son and a lot of other bloggers that have been in the industry for the depth and the length that I had are now starting to talk about that shit. You know, for all stakes and measures, we're regular fucking people now. You know what I'm saying? So, even though that I'm attached to that, I've got 3 new projects I'm working on top of working on my shipping container home business. It's like, and furthering that, and just getting information from HUD and all. Y'all don't know how fucking tedious that is. I just wanted to say that, and I'll do a whole cast on that, but I want to get back to the Storm Monroe thing. With Storm Monroe, Storm, I get what you after, I get what you're doing, It's your generator right now. It's the way that you make money. Hell, it's the way that I make money. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a privilege of us to be here. And just like any other blogger log out there, shit, Cash App, STRINGERBELL80. That's Stringer Bell 80 if y'all want to donate to Cash App. Storm, I get what you're doing, and I get the shot value thing, but Storm, you're better than that. And I'm gonna give you your props where it is. Now, you would never be part of Bad Boy. That shit never happened, unless it was a goof. Better watch out for that. If Puff ever comes to you with a deal, you better watch out, because if you get signed, you getting shelved. Go ahead, Dab. You were speaking so much truth. You were saying it with your chest, factually. Thank you. Storm, you better than that. And what bothers me is the most, y'all gotta pardon me, this dude is over here on his motorcycle feeling like he gotta play the hardest music he wants to. This is Suburbs. Anyway, long story short, Storm is better than that in so many ways, and he kind of barred off that Tasha K energy. But I told y'all not even 4 months ago, that whole gossip section of YouTube, it's fading away because there's too many motherfuckers doing it. You know what I'm saying? There's too many motherfuckers doing it. And that whole shot value, I got the truth, I know the answers type motherfuckers, they're out of here. Nobody want to hear that shit no more. We talk all this shit about, yo, let's motivate the people, let's move the people, let's do this with the people. And I say time and time again, it be the people trying to come tear you down. Do you ever notice on my videos every day, somebody asked me this in the comments, and I'm gonna get back to Storm in a minute. Somebody asked me this, they said, yo, how come there's so many dislikes on your page? The same thing with Kevin Samuels. I went to Kevin Samuels' page last night. Kevin Samuels, within 2 hours, had 100,000 views. He had something like 6.3 or 6.4, somewhere around there, almost, likes, and 180 dislikes. And I say, well, those motherfuckers are the crew telling you they don't like you, and they actually believe in their mind that them pressing thumbs down actually affects the views on your video, which it doesn't. Nor does you flagging it unjustly. It doesn't work either. It doesn't affect it. There's even a message that comes through YouTube Studio that tells you that. And if you took some further investigation, you will find out that hitting the dislike button doesn't do shit. It just shows that, hey, I'm a dumbass. I've dedicated my life to every time this nigga go live, I'm gonna press thumbs down. And I downloaded this app, and it's funny because 3 of the people that are doing it, I know who you are. And it's funny because they just smile and giggle, and I just, you know, like, people will really think you're stupid. Like I said, I have an IQ of 159. I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm very intelligent. That's why they call me professional. One of my things is I've never become of a point of being a decadent fucking cunt, if that makes any sense. And I don't pride myself on being a decadent fucking cunt, and I could have been a decadent fucking cunt many times in my life. I've ate shit people, you know, people ask me, why you like pasta bolognese? Because I had it in fucking Miami. Or why do you like this dish? Because I had it in fucking Cali. Or, you know what I mean? Or certain things I've learned how to cook on my own because I've had them at a upscale restaurant or in the, what's the name, in the hotels we stayed at or wherever the fuck else. All that shit thrown out the window. A lot of these guys are online, they've never experienced that life, and they never will experience that life. And really their whole motivation behind doing everything that they do is so they can experience that life. Whether it be momentarily, which most of you motherfuckers seem to be cool with. You know, y'all cool with this momentary fame. I'm not into momentary fame. Momentary fame gets you nowhere. That means, hey man, I made fucking this much on this job, or, you know, hey man, I just got hired at fucking McDonald's as a manager, some shit like that. Like, motherfucker, you can't live off that shit. And then the first thing they do is go buy a fucking car. You went and bought a car so you can live in the ghetto? Oh, I'm done with you. I'm done with you already. I didn't grow up in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? And nor did a lot of my family members. So, you know, when I see that symmetry, I already know what it is. Okay, my man, you live in an apartment, you pay $2,000 for, and you lease a car that comes up to about $800 to $1,000 a month. You ain't the best at math, huh? You gonna die before that car paid off. And you renting? You know, this is a mentality of many black and Latinos and whites. Henceforth, that's why I started a shipping container company. I'll tell you guys this, man. You don't make fun of individuals like that if they just doing that because of life, because some people, that's all they want in life. And that's cool. Don't be out here bragging, motherfucker. Don't do that. Because there's too many motherfuckers riding around this town right here that I'm at right now in late model ass exotics, try to act like they pop it. Like, nigga, that's a 2013. My man had that the year it came out. Factory. You know what I'm saying? Got pictures in front of it. You know what I'm saying? And in it. I done been in Lambos, all that shit, man. You know, I done put up the pictures before. I ain't got to prove too much. You know what I'm saying? Bentleys, all that shit. All that little cute shit. That shit's cute. Ain't it cute? Cute shit. That little cute shit. But if that's all you aspire for in life, and you directly don't give any type of change to life, change in your community, change to the people around you, I don't give a fuck what you've ascertained in life. You're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? And the culture should check you. And this goes for bloggers too, if you have aspirations of demising the people along the way, just so you can get opulent, or you can become, you know, a little wealthy or whatever the case may be. Fuck out of here. You're doing that at our demise. Now back to Krystal and Storm Monroe. Storm Monroe plays a part in what I just mentioned just now. And I think inside there, that little sweet boy, honey pot. Storm, come on, man. Just tell these motherfuckers, nigga, you know, you cool with everything, man. Come on, dog. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Storm. Hey, girl. Oh, no. As they say on Star in the Morning. Shout out to Star. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, man. If y'all ain't checked that out, go check out the Star Report, Star in the Morning, the Star Report. Just put it in, text it in, whatever. New Jersey native, one of the rawest in journalism history, media, whatever. He don't need no introduction from me. I had the pleasure, you know, speaking with this man and it's a ride. So, Star Report, check that out. Also check out Doggy Diamonds, and also check out Big Face Gary. Fuck with Big Face Gary. He got Scoob on there for Scuba Scrap Lover. We used to be Big Daddy Kane's backup dancers for years on the album covers, several album covers with him, everything else. So go check that out, because it's an interesting interview, because he grew up in Brooklyn, so he was around Jay-Z and all those guys. So I found, you know, regardless of how you feel about them, just go watch the interviews, you know, that's the thing. So Storm decided to interview Krystal, and I think Krystal kind of like on her own personal PR tour right now. And baby girl, you said you went out on it with Cal and all them or whatever, and Cal got to talk to you too. Cal made an assertion, and he was talking about Mark Curry. A lot of people keep coming at Mark Curry, but Krystal, the accusation you made today, and you said that Mark Curry killed your cousin, I don't think that was in the best of order, you know? BLACKROB, as mentioned by Gene Dill, loved Atlanta. A lot of people from Bad Boy loved Atlanta because, for one, a lot of people spent a lot of time down there. That's how some of the artists like the Jeezys came about, the Boys in the Hood Project. Who else? That old motherfucker Young Jock. I ain't never liked that. Who else? I didn't say like his vibe when I met him in Miami. I don't know. I met him with Rome. I ain't really care for him too much. You know what I'm saying? 8-Ball, MJG, even though they ain't from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these transitions came from times in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta played a big part in Bad Boy's history. You know what I'm saying? 112 is from Atlanta. You know what I mean? Hey, what's going on, Roxanne? 100 a month, 1,000. I'd rather take the bus. Exactly. That's why I take the bus. Things be showboating in cars they can't even afford. As a result of that, man, you know, Krystal said that Mark Curry had something to do with her cousin's death because he didn't take him or make him stay in the hospital or try to convince him. And I don't believe that. I don't believe for one moment, one, that Mark Curry actually didn't say anything to BLACKROB about going back to the hospital. And why did you check yourself out? I want to underline that. He checked himself out, okay? Once he checked himself out, at that moment, that was on his choice. This was said not only at the funeral, but by family members of BLACKROB. They said Rob was gonna do what he had to do. This brother said that shit way out loud in front of everybody. He screamed out at everybody from Harv. Harv was there. I didn't see Harv earlier, but I did see June Balloon, and I did see Sham, and I did see Rome and Scrooge. So BLACKROB checked himself out the hospital. You understand what I'm saying? And he said, yo, I don't want to be here no longer. And you know why he probably did that? Because this man, look, let me tell you something. I've been around BLACKROB numerous times. I worked for the fucking company. I'm in this video. Whoa, we worked both of his projects. The first album and the second project he came out with, which I was, I'm a star in the hood. I'm a star in the hood. Yeah, that was dope. I might even use that beat. But, yeah, just pay some homage to him. Because I've been thinking of something to pay homage to him. That's why I didn't release nothing too quick. And it's going to come about. I want to do something for him, DMX and Shock G, all in one. Sitting here and pretending like that's what happened is not what happened. Your cousin checked himself out that hospital because he was in pain. And we got to come to reality of that. I know you hurting, baby girl, but going online, talking to these niggas, thinking that, you know, you doing the right thing. If BLACKROB was here right now, he'd be telling you right now, stop talking to these niggas. When we were up at Bad Boy, one of the main things at Bad Boy that they taught us, and I remember the first time I learned this was with Sean. And I remember this and learned this from James Cruz saying it. He said it on the phone when he was on the phone with Puff one time. And this was when James Cruz was in charge of the street team. Shout out to Cruz. And this was before Prez and really when Malcolm was his assistant. So Malcolm Miles was speaking of, who said Young Money, Cash Money. That's just Lil Wayne and Baby and them's label, man. He's been there for years with Cortez and all them. He had went to Sony, J Records and Sony. Shout out to Malcolm Miles. Tell him you know professional. Davin Lewis. He gonna tell you about me. You know what I mean? I've always been honest with people. That's what people, it's a detriment to me sometimes, you know? So I dare motherfucker tell me I'm lying about some shit. Bitch, I was there. We learned how to do PR, and this was concerning Sean. And Benoit's request came up, and James asked him, he said, yo, so how's he doing for press? You know what I'm saying? So that's when I learned that. Then the second time I learned it, when I did an interview, I think it was on NBC News, and it was for Puff's trial. We was down there at the Javits Center. You know, Jacob Javits Center, everybody in New York, you know what I'm talking about. We was down there for the trial. We're down near there. We was down in the plaza down there, the Reed Center. All the news outlets were down there, and I did an interview, and I said what I said or whatever, and niggas said good job, but at the same time you could have said more. Then it was the third time. So I learned about press and what you should say in the press and how you should limit yourself. And the artists were taught in even more of fashion than we were. You know what I'm saying? But being that we were almost every location with the artists, like there's been times we walk in with the artists, we there on stage with the artists, whatever, you know, like it is what it is. As a result of all that, we had to be prepared to talk to the press, because at that time the press would be right up in your face. It isn't like now where, you know, it's just the internet every 5 fucking minutes and shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, even though still the bloggers, they do that here from time to time, but they'll film you from a distance. They're not right up on you with a camera crew and 3 dudes in tow, one dude holding a mic and then the other, you know what I'm saying? The actual personality and then the cameraman. So that's what I meant by that. And the cameraman's got an over-shoulder camera or a big, huge fucking DSLR, one of the two, with a rig on it like this, you know? You have to limit yourself when talking to the press, Krystal. Keep your mouth closed. Don't talk to motherfuckers. Go take a breath. Go reevaluate some things. Understand what you're saying, because you caught yourself 3 times today. Which alludes me to let me know that you kind of good at manipulating situations if you need me. I don't know what your motive is, but you definitely are good at it. You are tarnishing BLACKROB's name by this move. And that's probably why Cal backed off. Now, Cal, I heard him mention you said about Mark Curry, talking about Mark Curry took that $30,000. No, he didn't. Lil Lil Rob got that money. He got that $30,000. He made a video and said he got that $30,000. So you was wrong for that. Okay? Mark Curry ain't that type of motherfucker anyway. You know what I'm saying? He made some mention of Gene Deal and tried to make fun of the fact that Gene Deal, you said Gene Deal came inside the book and then viewed the body and left. Because he knew, like I mentioned earlier, his presence there may cause some confusion or disruption to some other extent. Yeah, Lil Rob has the money. So that was, you didn't have to argue or anything like that. And from what I'm told, Lil Rob always had permission over the account. The GoFundMe itself, all of it was handed to him, the password, everything. He was never kept out the loop. That's his daddy. Okay? So a lot of people ain't telling you the full story, or you ain't gathering the full story, or either three, you are gathering the full story and you choosing to roll with it the way you want to roll with it. Which, if that is the question then, and you rolling with it because you want to roll with it, and I peeped that because of three things you said. And the next thing you threw in was the Prophet Muscle thing. You said about Prophet Muscle. You said, yeah, he got this video up there. And that's when I said, now you make me raise an eyebrow. And the reason you made me raise an eyebrow is because you knew there was a possibility that people would see that video. And if you had really watched that video, you know at the top of that video, that's when Puff is at the funeral. Right? Now Puff had paid for the what's the name. You don't know if Puff had went to the funeral parlor earlier and paid his respects there. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times, depending on the severity, the superstar or whatever of the person, a lot of times the funeral homes will actually they'll have a separate thing where they'll let you come there and actually view the body at the funeral parlor before it goes to, the public viewing, as they call it. My granddaddy was a mortician. My granddaddy was a mortician. I done said it up there a million times. My granddaddy was a mortician. All right? So I'm telling y'all, that's not fully the truth. And I think Krystal said that. Krystal, I honestly and truthfully think you said this, sweetheart, with the intentions of knowing that people might possibly view that video. The same video clips that I got right down below here, damn near. You said that Mark Curry didn't go console BLACKROB's mother and father, but I proved that wrong. In fact, he was the only person in the crowd that went over there and put both his arms around the mother and the father while they were viewing the casket, because his poor mother was sitting there bawling her eyes out. She had just lost her son. However, Rob died by his own election in the set of circumstances that followed, But more importantly, you have to be very careful when you say somebody killed somebody. He did not kill your cousin, sweetie, and I know you miss him. I know you miss him dear. I couldn't imagine what you're going through, if everything is as you say it is. But this way right here, this ain't the way to do it. This ain't the way to do it. The way you doing it right here is going to backfire on you. And you're going to, these same motherfuckers that support you, trust me when I tell you this, Krystal, these same motherfuckers that support you right now, you too, Storm, are going to come up against you. Storm, you fuck up one time, they're coming for your head because you talk to me. Krystal, I'm going to come back to you. Give me a second, baby girl. Now back to you, Storm. Storm, let me talk to you for a minute, right? Because for some reason or another, you think you know motherfuckers. You think in your head, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. I'm safe. You heard that old fucking interview of your own, what Krystal told you, right, about him? See, Poppy, you ain't one of us. And I think that's a part that a lot of people that have been in the industry or online to see this, you know exactly what the fuck I mean. He ain't one of us. And we got to start using that again. Now, I'm prepared to co-lead the charge on this, but I'm going to need some partners. I'm talking to industry people right now. You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. These guys are not industry and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. They're gonna guess they know what I'm talking about. They don't know what I'm talking about. That guy is not one of us. So why the fuck is he talking about us? And why is he so desperate to think he's gonna crack some fucking story that ain't fucking there? That girl used you because she wanted an interview. When you asked me to do an interview, I wasn't doing an interview with you because, like I said, you ain't one of us. What the fuck am I talking to you for? You know what I'm saying? Son, you're gonna get yourself in some problems. Judging by your little sweet demeanor, judging by your sweet demeanor, you ain't never been in the street a day in your fucking life. Are you ready for street problems? Just asking. Are you ready for street problems? Are you a gangster? You got some gangsters with you. You think they're gangsters, right? I got you. They're hardest motherfuckers in your neighborhood. Got you. Atlanta. They in Atlanta. Your first mistake was, kid, I know where the fuck to find you. And so do a lot of other people. They know where to find you. Notice how Gene always puts his number out there. He tells people, yo, you can call me up. You know why? Because he ain't worried about people finding him. Notice how I go from state to state and I show you where I'm at. I ain't worried about nobody finding me. I knew the parameters to stay in when I first started talking about this puff shit. And as for Gene, it's a different deal because Gene is a gangster. Before I ever got with Bad Boy, I was a gangster. A real one. News articles, all that shit. I tell you, don't lie. Anybody that knows me knows that. I was in the streets before I was in Bad Boy Entertainment. I wanted real authentic stories. You know what I mean? I actually did the shit. Got 2 felonies because of it and everything else. So I make no hints about that. First time I ever got caught with a gun, I was 16. Did a day in jail for it. Ask my mother and father. You know, God bless my father's heart. My cousin Mario taught me how to shoot guns at a very young age. I know how to clean them. I know how to take them apart. I know how to fire them correctly. Not this old loose shit. That's how you shoot 3 people in Times Square. This, because you can't control it. You can't control the kickback. And each time you have to brace your shoulders. Your shoulders are the kick. Shoulders, see? So, if you ain't into that type of shit, Storm, I would shut the fuck up. And a lot of you other vloggers too. Now, I know you think you got one gun in the house. One gun. I get you. You know? I know you think you might have gone to the range lately and you're ready for the world. I got it. Fucking kids. He's a kid. The point I'm getting at is Storm. Stick to talking about the Kardashians. Shit like this gonna get you in a situation. And it might not be now, it might not be a year from now. You know. Could be, a car wreck, it could be anything. But things have a way of meddling and coming back around. Capiche? So I would tell you, Storm, you might want to stay away from things like this. Now, knowing you and knowing your demeanor, you'll probably turn up and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do another post like that. I'm going to show these bitches exactly who I am. Get my skirt, bitch. You powder puff motherfucker. I'd beat your ass myself if I saw you in person. But let me tell you about this guy. This guy is amongst the other problems that's on YouTube right now. And these problems on YouTube got a cease and desist letter from all of us. We need to give these motherfuckers a cease and desist letter. Do y'all know what that means? That means stop right now promptly talking about what the fuck you talking about, because you don't know what the fuck you talking about. And the reason I know you don't know what the fuck you talking about, because the whole damn entire interview, you asking conspiracy theory-ass questions. Isn't it true that you thought you was gonna get something? That girl ain't never been in the industry a day in her life. She don't know Mark Curry. She know of Mark Curry. She don't know Puff personally, really. You know what I'm saying? She don't know a lot of people. I ain't never seen her around us. And we was with the artists. We was with BLACKROB. I've never seen her around us. I'm not saying that she has not been around, but sweetheart, there's a difference between you going to a couple shows and shit like that versus actually being in the office with us, actually going on tours with us, actually going state to state with us and shit like that. That shit didn't happen. You might have went on tour with Rob once or twice, but that's about it. You know what I mean? Maybe a couple more times than that. I don't want to exaggerate and say how many times exactly, but it couldn't have been many. Stay away from motherfuckers like this, Krystal. He's a problem. I personally had my own attributes with him, my own words with him or whatever, when he tried to interview me. And he'll try to subsequently interview anybody else after Bad Boy Entertainment. I like how you corrected him. You said 112 ain't doing bad. You said Mace ain't doing bad. You spoke that real. I like that. I appreciate that because he tried to take you down that route and you were smarter than that. Shout out East Side for that. Y'all niggas be over there by that motherfucking bridge and that water, but y'all smart as shit over there in the East Side. I give y'all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shout out to my man J Dubs, Eric, you know what I'm saying, K. What up, boy? All Wagner. So I know people over in Wagner. That's the first thing my man said. He said, yo, he from my projects. I was like, word? He gave me the whole lowdown at the time when he first heard that I was rocking with Bad Boy. He was like, oh, that's Son. I know Son. That. So he know y'all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody call him J Dubs, Puerto Rican kid. That's my man right there. And his cousin Eric. Let me tell y'all guys this, man. And I'm gonna end this off here. And guys, you want to donate? It's Cash App $STRINGERBELL 80. Stringer Bell 80. I appreciate it if you do. Boy, birthday tomorrow. I'm gonna do a little post for my birthday, whatever. Plus, I gotta get furniture and all kinds of shit too. So, you know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no speed haul and ain't no part-time job. What seems what everybody's doing, gonna get that quickly. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm getting back in order here. Got some keys again. You know what I mean? I'm happy about that. But nigga ain't got no TV, furniture, none of that shit. I keep it a buck. You know what I mean? I lose all that shit. So it is what it is. When we come back up, when I come back up, my come up is always pretty. And y'all gonna enjoy it with me, and we're gonna go beyond that too. Y'all my crowd. I told y'all that even when I first started. I said, this shit ain't gonna stop. I ain't gonna stop. I might take breaks, but I don't stop. Not because of the shock value. Storm, you need to change your position on your motherfucking intel and stop this motherfucking gossip because you see some shit trending on Google, nigga. That's all he do. He go on Google, see what's trending, may or may not know nothing about it, and just start talking about it. And sooner or later, that shit gonna catch up with you, Storm. Trust me, I'm telling you. There's certain people you can get away with that shit with, you know. But certain motherfuckers, they don't play that. You know what I mean? You're gonna find out the ones that don't play that. Niggas been real humble and quiet. I be around the conversations. I be around the talk that you want to be around. I be actually be around it. And I'm trying to tell you, a lot of people, they ain't feeling you, playboy. They ain't feeling you. You know what I mean? You better be careful. You think it's a joke and not a joke. Oh, no, not a joke. Esto sabe, papá. La flamingo puta sucia. It's anyway. Let me tell y'all something, and I'm gonna get up off here. And I just want to say these last things. Krystal, for one, stop talking to these motherfuckers. That's what Cal and them was trying to tell you. Stop talking. Let us do the talking. Because if certain motherfuckers come at you, let us take the hit. You understand what I'm saying? You're not a man. I know you think you're tough. Your voice sound loud. I ain't saying you won't pull a pistol. But sweetheart, you can't do shit against a 350-pound man. And a lot of y'all girls need to start realizing that shit. You understand? So stop running your mouth, Krystal. Stop talking to these motherfuckers. I told Jaguar Wright the same thing. And Jaguar Wright really, you know, influenced me to tell my story. So shout out to Jaguar Wright. Just because y'all see me posting nothing from her, she did exactly what I said, and hopefully she saw one of my videos. Fall the fuck back. Stop talking to these niggas. These niggas are not for your best interest. These niggas are talking to y'all because they want some gossip. They want something to gossip about. They want something to talk about. And they ain't really talking about shit. You see what I'm saying? They ain't really talking about shit. How is something that Storm Monroe said been beneficial to the culture? Somebody tell me. Anybody? I'll just look to see what time it was, y'all. Because there's nothing he has done that's been beneficial to the culture, and it never will be. This is not a man of substance. This is a man that's on a tokel, and in all respects, at one time or another, would have been called a fucking follower. You know what I mean? Regardless of where you're employed, the press can be your enemy. I know. Yeah, press can always be your enemy. You understand what I'm saying? If they interview a motherfucker that came out of a place that just had a multiple shooting by domestic terrorists, and they interview the wrong person to come out the door, and they say the wrong thing. They say, oh, what's to do with the red hair? So everybody's thinking it's to do with the red hair. To do with the red hair was actually the one that got shot, and the one that actually did the shooting was with black hair. You see what I'm saying? So I understand how things can get misconstrued. But there's also, in the event now that we have a society of people learning more and more and more, that social media can be a use to them or it can be a detriment to our whole fucking culture. I'm talking about black and Latino. They have started manipulating the internet for their own benefit. And you can say what you want to about me. People try to get on me. I had 10 videos up, and I said, I'm gonna do this as a test. And only a few people got me. I said, I'm not gonna put up none of my links, and I'm not gonna mention my Cash App or nothing in 10 videos. And watch these motherfuckers still say, you know what I'm saying? Because there's certain people in the culture, they have picks. You know, people want to see Storm Monroe win because he tells the lies that they want to hear. He tells the gossip they want to hear. He interviews people that don't do nothing but gossip. They would gossip in their regular life anyway. Y'all better watch a lot of these niggas that they interview, because these niggas that get on there and interview and telling every fucking thing or whatever, these niggas are still allowed to walk around in the industry. These niggas are still allowed to get on the phone and talk to niggas in the industry or whatever. And if you go and jump on there and talk with them niggas, then nigga, we need to talk to you. I ain't did interviews with none of these motherfuckers, and will not. You're not getting no tea out of me. Hey, Storm. Hey, girl. You need the tea, girl. Oh, fucking flake. Yo, I really, really feel some type of way about this motherfucker, for real. Like, why you so in Bad Boys Entertainment, man? You want to sleep with Puff or something? Huh? It seems like you want to date Puff or some shit. You got a crush on Puff? Sweet Monroe. Sweet Monroe. Start calling her Sweet Monroe. I think this nigga got a crush on Puff. You be trying to put Puff's D in your mouth too much, son. You been middling in affairs that ain't got nothing to do with you. BLACKROB funeral ain't got nothing to do. Nigga, you ain't even in the industry. You two don't solidify you as being in the industry or industry professional or none of that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, the intricacies, like, man, niggas just coming up dead and missing nowadays. This nigga up here talking to go. Ain't no shots, ain't no threats, this is reality, nigga. You pussy ass nigga. You a pussy. Like, I smell the pussy from you from a mile away, nigga. You fearful. You just run up on you, this type of nigga to tell on everything. What? Huh? Silence. You. Silent. Silent with you. Shh. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got you. You a 48 hours type nigga. I got you. Let me tell you about Storm Monroe and Krystal. Krystal, it's a mistake doing this interview. Don't ever do it again. It's gonna be some people that come at your head. I'm not gonna come at you hard because you part of the BLACKROB dynasty and the Bad Boy dynasty, and you know, I know how I go because I did my part, made my own video up here. That's how I got kind of popular on here or whatever. But I want to tell you this, Krystal, and keep this in mind, all right, sweetheart? Keep this in mind. Do not respond to any of these motherfuckers when they start asking you questions. Do not respond to them. If you see this, do not respond to them. If you respond to these motherfuckers, what they're going to do, they're going to start dragging you more and more in like a rope. They're going to pull you more and more in. And once they get you in, they're going to start asking you questions that have nothing to do with BLACKROB. They're going to start trying to ask you questions about the industry. They're going to start trying to pry and ask you questions. Well, did you see any devil worshiping going on? And you somewhat PR smart because I heard it in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Pause. I heard it in your mouth. But sweetheart, don't do it that way. You know what I'm talking about too. You know what I'm talking about. BR did teach you some things. That's obvious. But don't do it that way. You listening to me? Don't do it that way. If you do it that way, these niggas, they gonna set you up. And you gonna remember this video, you gonna be like, damn, he was right. Them niggas did exactly like he said they was gonna do. And the funny thing about it, somebody tried to warn me about it. You know what I'm saying? I do believe it was Star. You know what I'm saying? For Star in the morning. Shout out to Star Report. I do believe it was Star. And he tried to warn me. He was like, yo, don't get, you know, he does things in his own way. Don't get in arguments with these niggas online. And I'm not arguing with niggas online, but this right here bothered me because, and I had to speak about it because I'm getting tired of these wannabe pussy ass niggas talking about the industry and talking about our experiences. You ain't had my experience, nigga. You wasn't around us. You wasn't in none of the events we were at. You wasn't at none of the concerts, none of the shows we were at, or whatever. You living vicariously through YouTube. And that vicarious shit through YouTube, okay, some of it, yeah, I can see where y'all coming from. But the other 75%, fuck no, you don't know what you're talking about. And earlier there was a young gentleman on here, and I asked him that question, that very question. I said, yo, have you ever been in the industry? He said, never. And I had to explain some things to him, and I think he was articulate and smart enough to get what I was saying. Gene Dill is a stand-up dude. Shout out to Gene Dill. Bloggers want clicks, some will do anything for him, won't they? Won't they? That's a very good one, Star Pepper, for real. So I just want to make sure that everybody is in the clear here. I'm not saying Krystal, because Krystal said some real things in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to point out those things she said because, you know, that's not my place to do that for her benefit. But I will say this. Krystal, stay the fuck offline for about a week. Take a week off, think about it. Your demand will go up too. Stay offline for a week. Don't start talking to everybody. As you do that, your value deduces. So don't start talking to everybody. Take it, sit it down for a minute. I'm pretty sure you might still be over by Wagner somewhere. So, you know, chill out, relax, cool out. Don't worry about much. Have your breathing time and cope and grieve for your cousin. You understand? That's the most important thing. Make sure you cope and grieve for him. Don't be bent in anger, because right now you're speaking in anger. And you can hear the anger in your voice. You understand? And I know you think that certain motherfuckers want to hear that. But in reality, it's demons that want to hear anger. You know, only angels want to hear the quiet. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure if BLACKROB didn't say something like that to you, he would have said something similar like that to you. And my soul told me to make this video, or maybe it's him transcended through my soul to say this, but baby girl, you're putting yourself in danger. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. As much as you want to, don't do it. Leave it alone. If you want to still talk online, talk about some positive shit. Don't talk about conspiracies. Don't talk about niggas say they killed your cousin, anything like that. Just chill out, because trust me, these niggas will use and abuse you, sweetheart. And when they done with you, they throw you out to dry. You understand? And if I could say anything beneficial as far as BLACKROB's account, you know, some shit like that, that's what I would say right there. Factory. So I ain't even gonna let you set yourself up, because then I would be in the wrong. You know what I mean? And if I had known you was gonna do this video, or had I known you and I knew you was gonna do this video with this motherfucker, I would have told you from the get-go, don't do it with this Chuck ass nigga. This nigga's Chuck, he all Chuck. This nigga is like literally just like squalid, you know what I mean? Like, he's never been a squalid, if you get what I mean. You know what I mean? And I can't fuck with him. I did a whole video talking to this nigga. He did a whole video talking about me and then took the shit down. And then lied and said he ain't offered me $100. You know what I'm saying? And when I took a snapshot, put up the video, nigga, you ain't do that? Always a mistake. How you mistakenly put in $100, nigga? I'm worth more than $100 for you to suck a dick. Then he hooked it up. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's a Chuck. So don't let that nigga, and I'm pretty sure he tried to pay you too, Krystal. Trust me. Nigga, if you were smart, you would tell motherfuckers to sign a non-disclosure agreement before you sent them an offer, you dumb motherfucker. That's how I know you just lucky. You don't know what the fuck you doing. You rehashing bullshit ass stories. You know what I'm saying? Talk about some real shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We talking about you. You get a little too motherfucking like Niggas ain't even mad because you like you getting close to something. It's just the content and the way that you talking like you've been around motherfuckers. That's the problem I think that I got. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't never been around us motherfucker. Ever. Say you have. Say you have. I dare you say you have. I fucking dare you say you've been around us. This nigga, man. This is a nigga we used to beat up, take his lunch money. You know what I'm saying? This nigga be like, yo, nigga, y'all ain't got no money? Nah, nigga, you paying for it. You know what I'm saying? Bitch ass nigga. You don't want that pizza. Ass nigga. These whole niggas on YouTube is using women. They using men. And everybody so I seen the motherfucker one of the iconic stars on what was that shit? Comedy Hype, one of them shits, talking about Martin Lawrence. Talking about, yeah, man, back in 1982, Martin Lawrence wasn't shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga talking? You doing all this so you get on camera? Y'all camera thirsty. And the problem is, most of y'all motherfuckers ain't got no talent, so they ain't gonna go too far. Outside of talking about a controversial subject, you have no talent whatsoever. Do you sing? Do you rap? Do you write songs? Do you do artwork? Do you do photography? I do all that shit. Good, evidently. So you know what I mean? Find your talent before you get on here and try to act like you are talent. You're not a talent. Nigga, you a nigga that picks up a camera, get a shitty little background, and talk shit about people you never fucking been around, or caliber those type of people you never been around your fucking entire life, old ass nigga. Oh, fat motherfucker. You make me feel mighty real. Ass looking nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, R.I.P. to Sylvester. Y'all know who Sylvester is? Go look at that video. That's Storm Monroe. You make me feel mighty real. Ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? When I got to do it. Sylvester was an LBGT music artist. This motherfucker used to come on with the whole hood rap. She know what I'm talking about, right? But I said, tell that motherfucker don't remind you of Sylvester. You make me feel mighty real. Yeah, in the video, y'all can look it up on fucking what's there. I might even link it. He got like a little beaded kufi, and he wearing a robe, and he on American. I think it was like American Bandstand, one of them shows that was back in them days. And I just happened to come by as a clip one time where somebody was making fun of it. And I was like, yo, who the fuck? And I had heard the song before, but I ain't put two and two together knowing what him. It was funny as hell. Yeah, see, right? I said, yes, he do. That motherfucker looked like Sylvester, yo. Sylvester was from New York, or the Northeast here. You know what I'm saying? I think he was from the Bronx, if I'm right. Look, T-Baby T, she know what I'm talking about too. My mom used to say, back up with him. Get the fuck out of here, yeah. What was he from? He was from Brooklyn or the Bronx, T-Baby? Was he from Brooklyn or the Bronx? You had me dying laughing at work. I'm trying to tell you. You make me feel mighty real. Hey, Storm. Hey, girl. Sweet ass nigga. Not sure he came from San Francisco when he came to San Francisco for a show. I got you. Yeah, Storm is. You better stop it, girl. Oh no, Storm. Oh no. Man, oh man. You got this poor girl caught up in your bullshit on that little bullshit ass vlog. I can't believe niggas donate to that bullshit. That's where y'all put y'all money at? Man, listen, man. Y'all better not ever talk about me talking about my cash. My cash app is Cash App $STRINGERBELL80. You know what I'm saying? I need lunch, furniture, and TVs right now. So please donate if you do. Like Kevin saying, you ain't gonna shame me for asking for donations when y'all donate to dummies. You know what I'm saying? That chick, I ain't gonna talk about her, but that chick, Diamond, that's a mess, man. You know what I mean? Give it to people that gonna do right with it. You know what I'm saying? My homegirl Annette Foster will tell y'all, and I do believe she would say if she was on here right now, and 3 or 4 other people that donated to me previously. I show people what I buy with my money. You know, like even the what's the name that I'm using right now to prop this up so I can talk. It was a piece that I bought with my donations. You know, and there's a whole bunch of other equipment I want to get. God, if I could get the money for that equipment, y'all would see it's totally different. Like shit, these motherfuckers ain't even thought of. You know what I'm saying? I went to college for media. So, you know what I mean? On top of working for the record industry for numerous years. So, you know, it's not a problem, but it's limited to what I can do with the phone versus doing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he does. It's limited to what I can do with the phone versus if I had a separate camera and dial system or whatever, I can put way better what's the names together. But with the phone, you're only gonna get so much quality. Like my phone does 4K, but when you do the rendering, based because it's dumbed down 4K, it doesn't actually come out 4K because I'm more similar to 2K or maybe 1080. So, you know, there's a whole bunch of different things I can do, whatever. So if you guys want to donate to that or just me getting new furniture, I need furniture, TV, all that shit. So I'm starting all over. You know what I mean? Literally, I would appreciate it. Thank you. But if Storm Monroe and all these other motherfuckers to say what they want to say, and that's a deterrent from, you know, 3 times in a, hour and 15 long podcast, I can't say my shit. Fuck out of here. That's trying to punk somebody. You ain't gonna punk me. You know what I'm saying? We can shoot it out, whatever. Like, you never gonna punk me from asking for what I need. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. I don't give a fuck how anybody feel. Because it's sad that people like Storm could just, like, really, that really bothered me that he used her. You know what I'm saying? That just really bothered me. So that's all I'm gonna say, guys. Gene Dale's a stand-up dude. Bless Gene Dale. Thank you, Divalicious. Gene Dale's a stand-up dude. Ain't got nothing bad to say about him. Fuck who was all over there at his page trying to get some hype going or whatever by burning me. And I tell you exactly what I said. And I made a video about it. Y'all guys can go down here, just click my name and click videos. It's there. I said a funeral is not a concert, homie. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas came to that motherfucking what's the name, that funeral, acting like it was a concert, trying to see who they could see there and all that shit. You know, trying to get an autograph or a picture or something at a man's funeral. So if you gonna question everybody else, question them niggas too that were live streaming and all that shit at the funeral. Check them disrespectful motherfuckers too. You understand what I'm saying? Check them too. That's all I'm saying, Krystal. Check them too. And the family should have checked some of them niggas in there filming and shit like that too. If somebody was gonna be filming, it should have been the family. Nobody else. You know? Niggas was live streaming in the funeral. Yo, I'm at the BLACKROB concert. Funeral. That's some disrespectful shit. And this man ain't been in the ground no longer than a week. The motherfuckers is making podcasts about his life, acting like they were with him when he died and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, fuck Sweet Monroe. I wish that motherfucker would say something to me. That nigga, that'd be the last day you say some shit. Like, for real, nigga. Man, listen, man. That ain't no cap on camera or nothing like that. Like, I'll tell you in person, nigga. Like, I'm known for that. I'll tell you in person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a fact. You are not a threat, a problem in any such way. Don't ever get that confused that you a threat. You a threat with running your mouth. You're not about no business. You're not about no action, so stop fronting. Yeah, you might have a little pistol or something like that, nigga. You better pull that shit quick. And knowing, judging by you, you're gonna be one of them ass niggas. Like, fuck out of here. Stop acting tough, man. You know what I'm saying? I hate motherfuckers that act tough. Sweet ass motherfucker. Not acting tough by saying what you say, acting tough by your actions. The broad approaches you do to doing shit, like interviewing this girl a week after her motherfucking cousin been in the ground. I don't give a fuck if she had to do. My morality would tell me, yo, listen, I don't need to do this for you. But y'all niggas have no morality. You have no morality, and you only reward the decadent and reward the worst and negative out of everything. That goes for everybody in society nowadays, not just a culture or a race. You know what I'm saying? I just particularly happen to be part of this one right here going on. You know what I'm saying? But y'all reward monetarily motherfuckers that do absolutely not shit for the culture. And I don't understand it. What the fuck does that diamond chick do for the culture? What does that K chick do for the culture? No. She gives you your daily dose of dopamine via fucking gossip. Guys, Cash App's in the description. I'm out of here. Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80. And I just want to say this one last thing. Krystal, stop talking to these motherfuckers. They're not your friends, okay? Gene Deal is not your enemy. Mark Curry is not your enemy. You did an interview with your enemy. I'm out.